breaking news.
Breaking news we have been following this morning. Just in, former Nebraska State Senator Lynn Walz is announcing she is launching an exploratory committee to run for governor of Nebraska. Now, Walz served in the Nebraska legislature from 2017 until this year. She represented District 15, which consists of Dodge County and a small part of western Douglas County. She would be facing a Republican and the current governor, Jim Pillen.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday morning here for First Alert 6 Streaming. I'm Ceresco.
And I'm Erin Hartley, joined by meteorologist Rusty Lord, who's been doing double duty for today. We'll start with the rain.
Yeah.
Which we're hoping, again, won't be impacting traffic. But so far, it looks like it maybe has been.
We had a couple of crashes that they're probably related to the rain. Those have cleared on I-80, which is great news. Yeah. But we easily could have more because we are not done with the rain yet. You can see all the road spray here at 90th and Dodge as we have a soggy tree of lights as we look across the city right now. Temperatures haven't moved much. We've been holding at 48 for the last several hours. South wind at 7 miles per hour. So the First Alert radar shows how these rain showers have been moving south to north through the area, and even had a couple rumbles of thunder earlier on today. There was a couple lightning strikes west of Lincoln. Those have subsided, but now we've got there's a couple more between Lincoln and Nebraska City right there. So about 3 lightning strikes. We could have a few rumbles with this morning as it moves from southwest to northeast, and again, trying to fill in a little bit more behind it, but I think we're in the main batch of rain as of right now, and you can see how this moves through towards 9 o'clock. Probably even a little bit overdone at 9. It's moving through a little faster, so by lunch, we should just be dealing with clouds and then the occasional little sprinkle, the way it looks into the afternoon. Low 50s for a high today. Last 2 days have been 66 and 61 for afternoon highs. You probably enjoyed them. They are gone, and we are not going to be anywhere near that. We'll be lucky to get half that probably by the end of the 10-day forecast here. So first alert to all the clouds around, some showers still possible into the evening with the championship games for state football being played down in Lincoln through the course of the day. Again, I think once we get this main batch of showers through here, you should be able to play without any big issues. And then overnight tonight, we'll fall off into the 40s, some 30s diving in from the west. And it's all about the wind on Tuesday. Gusts up near 40 miles per hour very easily. I think we could have some 45 to 50 mile per hour gusts by the end of the afternoon on Tuesday. So first alert to that being a blustery day on Tuesday. Rough news for any Christmas decorations you may have set up over the weekend. Those winds are going to probably mess with those a little bit. 40 for the high on Wednesday. So cooler stretch. Like I said, just a gradual cooling trend. We've been talking about the cold air coming for this week for a while. That was a big talking point last week.
Yeah. All right. The talking point this week, the Thanksgiving holiday, which doesn't look bad, but the weather does get a little tricky.
Yeah, it's all the stuff after Thanksgiving. Getting where you're going, got no problems on Thanksgiving or leading up to it. 40 degrees for the high, a little chilly, a little cooler than average, but kind of sets the stage for the colder and active pattern we got diving into Friday and beyond. First alert to the weekend snow. Yeah, snow chances. Basically, it looks like 2 systems over 3 days. So first alert weather days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm hoping as we get a little closer, maybe we can eliminate one of these days as we narrow down the timing a little bit. But right now, we're talking Friday afternoon snow into the evening and overnight with lingering impacts Saturday morning potentially. And then most of Saturday fairly quiet. Saturday overnight some rain moves back in, and then we mess around with that rain snow line on Sunday. How far north does it go? How far south does it go? And that'll be the focus with that second system. Let me kind of show you what we're talking about here. Here's the slice of snow diving in from the northwest on Friday. Fills up the map a little bit, may even develop over us for a while on Friday and then move east. Notice by Friday evening, there's 10, 11 o'clock, we're seeing bulk of the snow in central Iowa. That continues to slide east, still some snow left over by Saturday morning, and then it's a matter of cleaning up the roads from that one, and then we fill it back in Saturday night into Sunday. But you can see what we're playing with here, this rain snow line. Every bottle runs a little different. This one's saying, okay, we're going to keep this a little farther north, maybe more rain for our area, but still huge impacts. Snow to Minneapolis, Sioux Falls, all of South Dakota, so travel north and probably travel west. Won't be the greatest. And even into Monday morning, still some impacts at airports. So people trying to get home that maybe have to fly through Minneapolis if you can. Maybe not a bad idea to change up your destination or change up your layover to a southern spot if you have the ability to. in the weekend if you are scheduled to fly through Minneapolis. So 40 on Wednesday, 40 on Thursday. There's your 3 first alert weather days with the highs in the 30s. And don't forget about the game in Lincoln on Friday. It's a morning start, but I think getting back home, the farther east you go, the more you're going to have some issues with some snow the way things are setting up, and we'll likely have 30s for highs as we make our way into the early part of next week as well. And I think those first 3 days, those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's December 1, 2, and 3, if I remember right. So
yeah, early December.
It's going to feel like it.
Okay. In the meantime, let's get another update on traffic and the roads. Again, the rain has been coming down this morning. Could be making for some slick conditions.
Yeah, I think we've had some issues already. And the good news is that early round of issues has kind of cleared up a little bit. So we can take you through. This is the view of the camera about 680 and I Street. We've been showing you this morning, but now traffic has picked up speed and the crash has been moved. We had flashing lights there for a while. Still have some delays showing up on the map, but as you saw, the speeds were going pretty well through there. I don't think we're going to have any major issues, but look at where the delays were all the way back farther to the east. So hopefully that's just a little lag in the speeds, and we didn't have any new crashes in there over the course of the last 20 minutes or so. But bigger picture shows this is what we're dealing with. A lot of green, but there's green on the radar too, meaning we have the rain moving through and we could have some issues with that. Also, don't forget about the 72nd and L Street Bridge. They have it demolished, but we still have lane restrictions through there, and there's going to be a lot of cones and a lot of barricades on 72nd Street. So 84th is a great alternative. I would highly recommend that. The problem is everybody might be trying to use that.
I did 72nd, and it was definitely slow going last night.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be that way for a
good
while.
advice. All right, Rusty, thank you. News now. Omaha police are investigating the circumstances of a child accidentally shooting himself. The child is 5 years old. It happened around 14th and Fort around 3:30 Sunday afternoon. We are told officers responded to CHI Health Creighton. That is where the parents had taken the boy for help. Investigators haven't said how the child got a hold of that gun. We are told the injuries are not considered to be life-threatening. Well, new details in a deadly crash just west of the metro.
This happened yesterday on Highway 77, just outside of Ceresco. Investigators say a motorcycle was heading north on Highway 77 when a pickup crossed in front of the motorcycle to turn. The driver and the passenger of that motorcycle, 65-year-old Daniel Gaunt and 60-year-old Helen Rosso, both from St. Edward, Nebraska, died at the scene. No word about the condition of that truck driver. We're getting a first-hand look at 2 people arrested in connection to a deadly shooting in Omaha. 38-year-old Robert Henry and 41-year-old Keisha Neal are facing charges in the murder of 23-year-old Jordan Phillips. Henry is facing several charges, including first-degree murder. Neal is accused of acting as an accessory to a felony. Police found Phillips shot multiple times near 39th and Ellison Circle Friday night. He died at the hospital.
Well, I'm here with Maria Kay down at the safety desk. Maria, you have a recall that parents and guardians definitely need to know about.
Yeah, very, very important. The federal government, they're recalling a type of playpen that's being sold on Amazon. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the play yards were sold under the name Anna Queen. Again, they were sold on Amazon, and investigators right now say that infants can become trapped under the mattress or between the side of the play yard and the mattress. Now, of course, this could lead to some really serious injuries, even suffocation in some cases. So far, though, luckily, there are no reports of any injuries with this recall. But Amazon says if you do have this, stop using it immediately. You want to contact them or Anna Queen. You can get a full refund as well.
Yeah, those are very popular. All right, Maria, thanks for that critical information this morning. And we're back right after this.
All right, welcome back. Time now 7:13 early on this Monday morning. Taking a live look outside, overlooking Midtown Crossing and the downtown area. Of course, the lights always look great this time of year. And this morning early, we're talking about the rain that's been coming down. We have some traffic impacts to get to in just a moment. First, he's going to play out what this morning as far as the forecast is going to look like.
Yeah, soggy streets out there for sure. The heaviest, steadiest rain right here during the 6 and 7 o'clock hours. And with the showers moving south to north through the area, that's what we're contending with as of right now. So widespread rain in the area. Take a little wider view, you can see a few thunder showers trying to filter in. There's even been a couple rumbles of thunder down here and between Lincoln and Nebraska City. Last 10 minutes or so, those lightning strikes have dissipated. So that's what we're tracking this morning. And you can see quite a few clouds expected otherwise. These clouds really aren't going anywhere. 7, 8 o'clock, there's the rain showers moving north and out of the picture here. And from 9 to noon, we should really dry out, warm up to near 50 degrees. And by 3 o'clock, we're up to about 52 for that afternoon high. Again, it'll vary a little bit, might get a little warmer to the west, but you can see not much in the way of sunshine, just a few little specks on the map. So first alert to that if heading down to Lincoln to watching the state championship games taking place today and tomorrow. It'll be about spotty showers today. It'll be about the wind tomorrow. And you can see through 9, 10 o'clock, we're in the upper 40s. Notice through the course of the day, we're seeing temperatures fall off through the overnight, 40s turning into 30s by 7 a.m. Wind gust forecast then tomorrow is about gusts 40 to maybe as high as 45 in the afternoon. So you're going to notice the gusts. 40 for the high on Thanksgiving, pretty quiet. And then everything starts to take a bit of an active turn, it looks like, beyond that. So if you're heading down to the game in Lincoln on Friday between Nebraska and Iowa, you can see it says PM snow likely. The game starts at 11 o'clock. So the later it goes, the more likely there's going to be snow and the better the odds that could be on the roads. The farther east you go, especially for the Iowa fans heading back to the Iowa side as well. That's where the worst of that's probably going to be.
Okay, that's good to know. Let's talk a little bit more about that holiday weekend forecast. So Thanksgiving looks pretty good, but beyond that, people want to prepare themselves.
Yeah, there's a lot to watch. Big storm system brings some snow on Friday, then another one, I think, late Saturday into Sunday goes with a rain-snow mix that could linger into Monday. But look at where highs are. 30s, morning lows, teens, and 20s. And that's all with the first Alert 6 weather day. So essentially, 2 systems over 3 days, the way it appears. We got Friday afternoon and evening, and then lingering with some early morning snow showers Saturday. Sunday, another system moving through that, again, we're going to mess around with that rain-snow line in our area. So pretty clear cut that Friday into Saturday morning is all about snow. Best odds for the heaviest snow in our northeastern counties, the way things are shaping up. This will really dive through Iowa and fill up the map. And then look at the snow that gets added on to the north through early Monday. Most of this would fall on Sunday. So we're watching this closely. You can see south is mostly rain, less travel impacts. North going through Minneapolis, Sioux Falls, Rapid City, anybody I-90 and north. Looks like that's the way things are going to be. Another system diving through with the snow in the area, but it does look like, at least on this model anyway, there's less snow with the second round. So still a lot to be figured out, but the second round's a little more in question than that first round. And hopefully by then there's not as much traffic on the roads as we have right now.
Yeah. Doing this. All right. I think it's a good segue in the meantime to start talking about traffic impacts we're seeing right now.
So we had the crash in the 8680 interchange, and there might have been a chain reaction crash with that because westbound now is a mess on the roads. And you can see how that looks like. That is a parking lot. So westbound I-80 right now, I believe the crash is at 108th Street, and you can see it off in the distance here, but this is what we are contending with, and that's why you want to avoid I-80 westbound at all costs if you can. Try to take, I would say, L Street, but you have some construction there. If you can take Center, that's a lot better as well. You can see how the delays extend all the way back past 72nd Street. Just a huge mess with this one. So we did have the initial crash right here. That has since cleared, but then I think we had a chain reaction crash a little farther to the east, so around 108th Street. Avoid I-80 westbound as best as you can. That is easily the biggest issue. We got some eastbound slowdowns on Dodge. I think those are just with the normal flow of traffic like we usually have, but otherwise it's I-80 westbound right now. It's a parking lot around 108th. extending all the way back to 72nd Street at this moment. Cerise?
Rusty, thank you. Well, a community of 10,000 will soon lose 3,000 jobs. It is a devastating blow for those families and Nebraska's economy. Nebraska Congressman Mike Flood is calling on Tyson Foods to work with local farmers before closing its Lexington plant. Flood addressed the plant closure in a news conference. The congressman says the closure threatens Nebraska's beef economy and asked Tyson to find alternatives. He says the plant closure is part of a national issue affecting farmers all around the state.
It's very important right now that we work to get Tyson at the table and to do everything possible to make that multi-million-dollar asset, which is the plant in Lexington, viable for another use that can help our egg producers in the very short future.
Well, Flood also cited drought and reduced herd sizes as factors hurting Nebraska's farm economy. He hopes Tyson will work with Dawson County officials to avoid the closure altogether.
Happening today, the Nebraska State High School football finals begin. Gretna East football is in the Class B championship game tonight. The Griffins play at 7:15 against top seed Waverly. And then tomorrow, Bishop Neumann takes on GICC for the Class C2 state title. The Class A crown goes to either Millard South or Papio South.
Best of luck. All right, still ahead this morning. In this high-tech age of gadgets and gizmos, there are some good Samaritans going old school.
Find out more on their mission when we come back.
Welcome back, everybody. You never really know what's happening inside cars in a parking lot, but you probably wouldn't expect a baby being born, right?
This did happen last week at a Buc-ee's in Springfield, Missouri. Nathan and Jenna Birdsong, they were getting to the hospital at 3 in the morning, but baby Elena was not going to wait that long. The couple pulled into the parking lot. They called 911. Elena was born by the time police had arrived. Mom and baby, they're both doing just fine, happy and healthy. I kind of think baby should be awarded like some kind of Buc-ee's specialship. I don't know, a membership or something.
Yeah,
I agree.
Customer.
Yeah.
I will say my mom, when she had my baby brother, her water broke at Kmart.
What?
Oh, wow.
But she got to go to the hospital.
Oh, but she made it.
Yes.
At Kmart.
Yes.
That's an old saying now. All right, it's all hands on deck at one workshop in Nevada.
Yeah, there was hammering, cutting, sanding, gluing, and painting, all the things. Volunteers at the Woodchucks workshop are all working to make Christmas special for needy families. So they started last January. It's been a while, and now is the time for the finishing touches. This year marks a record 2,000 toys that they've made, and every single one of them is made with love. I love the homemade toy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of kids' toys nowadays have lost sort of that, quirky touch. So that's really cool to see them making things that maybe a lot of people might have had years and years ago and bring that style back.
We have a toy store here in Omaha that's very similar to that. All the homemade kind of old school toys that requires imagination more so than electronic gadgets thrown at you.
I mean, honestly, a lot of craftsmanship too. If people are making it by hand and everything compared to maybe some other factories where machines are helping out a little bit more. Yeah, really cool.
All right, folks, thanks so much for joining us. We're going to get ready for our update in the Today Show. Of course, you can watch it here on streaming or over the air.
Have a great start to your Monday morning.
Live from WOWT, First Alert 6 starts now.
Good Monday morning, everybody. It is 7:26. I'm Ceresco.
And I'm Erin Hartley. A lot to get to this morning as far as the forecast and the roads. Here's the Senior Chief, Rusty Lord.
Yeah, busy morning out there with the rain in the area. Biggest issue right now is I-80 westbound. You can see all the lights off in the distance. This is near about 108th Street, and this has been a parking lot of traffic for about the last 20 to 30 minutes as they try to get emergency vehicles to this. So again, about 108th Street is where this is, but the backups extend all the way back past 72nd now. You can see 72nd right on the edge of the screen. So I-80 westbound, avoid it. Take center, take L if you can. And there's another crash here. This one's right in the intersection of 76th and Dodge, but it's in the westbound lanes. I only see one vehicle. It might be a hit and run, but there's a police officer getting to that one. Westbound Dodge greatly impacted by that one as people having to go around that. Again, it's westbound Dodge at about 78th Street with that crash there, but slowdowns all around it as well. Let's get a check of the forecast. Likely causing the issue, the rain in the area. Scattered showers continue to go from south to north through the area. That's going to be the case this morning. It's mostly just morning rain. By the afternoon, things are going to be a little easier going. And you'll notice here, we have lighter amounts of rain and less of a chance into the afternoon with that. Temperatures should get a chance to climb a little bit today, but if you're waiting for 60s, you're going to be waiting a while. 52 for the high today with the rain in the area. And by tomorrow, we're 48 and very windy. 40 for the high on Wednesday. Erin?
All right, breaking news. We are following former Nebraska State Senator Lynn Walls has announced she is launching an exploratory committee to run for governor of Nebraska. Walls has served in the Nebraska legislature from 2017 up until this year. She represented District 15 that consists of Dodge County and a small part of western Douglas County. She would be facing a Republican and the current governor, Jim Pillen.
Well, it is 7:28, and we're back with another update for you in about 25 minutes. We'll see you then.
All the professors, you gotta be here. We're gonna take attendance.